Good morning, everyone. I wanted to deliver this message via video to give you an update with regards to what's going on in our congregation, preparations for Passover, and other questions that have come up in recent days. Let's first deal with some issues with regards to Passover. First of all, the Mahira Comets form is on the Beth Tikvah website. The form gives me power of attorney to sell the Comets in your homes on your behalf. All you have to do is fill out that online form, and if you could please make sure to do that by next week. Tuesday is really the deadline by the end of day to get that form in, so that Monday morning we can get all of those forms into Danny, who will be owning your Comets for the duration of Pesach. The other thing that's happening on Wednesday morning is the Sium, which usually is in person, but this year, as I explained earlier, is going to be a virtual Sium that you can participate in via a link that we will send out to you. The virtual Sium is going to be conducted in collaboration with Adith Israel, so we'll be tuned in to their feed, which will be on YouTube, and that will be at 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. That's for the fast of the firstborn. For those whose custom it is to observe the fast of the firstborn, they can participate in that Sium that morning. Also, a number of people have asked me about a virtual Seder. If they feel, if they're feeling unequipped or a bit stressed this year and not ready to do it yourself, so to speak. This year we're going to be collaborating with Beth Torah. Their Rabbi Yossi Saperman, my friend Rabbi Saperman, is going to be conducting a virtual Seder on the first night of Passover, where he'll be explaining the steps and also giving people private moments as well. But he always produces great stuff, and we're pleased to be collaborating with him, and we will send out the link also before Pesach, so that if you would like to join in on that virtual Seder, you will be able to. A number of people have asked me about Yizkor services. Obviously, we're not going to be having formal Yizkor services in the sanctuary this year, but Chazan Kavari and Rabbi Sachs and myself are going to be producing our own Yizkor service via video feed. We're going to be working on that in the next week, and it will be sent out to you during Chol HaMoed. It won't have the recitation of Kaddish, but it will have songs and memorial readings and other, I think, inspiring pieces to help you observe some aspects of the Yizkor service this year. And again, that'll be sent out during Chol HaMoed. Just a general message to everybody. I really appreciate the messages of encouragement that we've been receiving as a congregation since the beginning of this crisis. I know that you understand that this is a stressful time, and we have in many ways had to revolutionize the way we do things as a synagogue and totally transform our ways of communicating and our ways of serving the community. So we have put a lot of our programs, as much as possible, on virtual settings like Zoom and YouTube, and we're going to be continuing to do so. I know that for many people we're not working fast enough, and they want to see us live streaming services right away, and they've seen some American synagogues that are doing a much better job than we are. I appreciate that. I'm aware of what other congregations are doing. We decided as a congregation that our first step during this crisis was to prioritize the welfare of those in our community who might be in need of some help. And so before we are devoting all of our energies to virtual content, we've been devoting our energies to care for those who are isolated or in need. There are many in our community who are isolated and in need, by making sure they have the food they need and the groceries and the toilet paper and the Seder items so that they can be okay. Really, there has been a gathering of chesed in our community, the likes of which I have never seen, and I am very appreciative to everybody who's helped, who's given, who has volunteered to help those who are suffering right now. We've made that a priority, but I promise you soon behind is putting out more virtual content, which I think will be the way to communicate in the next while. And we have included in that priority list is a system of live streaming that is being installed as I speak in the sanctuary, so that those unable to gather can still participate in our services. And just as a final message, I see a lot of pictures on Facebook and elsewhere of many in our congregation who are first responders or otherwise working in the healthcare field right now. And those pictures usually involve them wearing face masks and protective gear over their whole bodies. And I can't help but be emotionally moved seeing the sacrifices that so many members of our community in that profession and in that area of service are making, so that we can all get through this crisis with our health preserved, our sanity preserved, and to save, frankly, as many lives as they're able to save, often at great risk to themselves. More than any other message I deliver today over this live stream and really throughout this crisis, I want to deliver to each and every one of our members who's helping in some way in the healthcare profession the humble gratitude of all of us at Beth Tikvah and beyond, who are inspired and humbled by your sacrifice. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for doing everything you can for all of our safety. And please feel deeply the gratitude that we express. To our whole community, I hope you're doing all right, staying safe, taking precautions whenever you can, and as always, please be in touch with me if you have any questions. Rabbi Grover at bethtikvahtoronto.org. Have a good week, and hope you're preparing for what I hope will be a happy holiday. Thank you.